The Black Death by Grace, Kiana, and Hannah. What effects did the Black Death have on religion?
In the 14th century, the Black Death swept across Europe, ridden with famine and war. In just 2 years, this terrible plague was to claim over 20 million lives. Medieval man's struggle against a mysterious disease would alter the course of European history and prove a devastating turning point.
The Black Death first broke out in China or Central Asia in 1333. Rats were brought on the ships that carried Pasteurella pestis, a bacteria that lived in an animal's bloodstream or the flea's stomach. It spread because of trade, and weak hygiene weakened the body to serious disease. It could also spread person to person. There was no treatment for the victim. The Black Plague spread rather quickly throughout Europe, killing about half the population. Religion was a major factor in the Black Death. It could often be thought as a good thing or a very bad thing. People became angry with the church and wondered why God would ever put them through something as horrible as the Black Death. Others thought that the plague was a sign that Christ was going to return. The churches weren't able to save their people from the disease. This then led the people to question what they believed. They saw the plague as a punishment, so they began to whip themselves, an act called flagellation. This act became extremely common. The people would repeat in hope to abolish their sins. The church lost power and influence on the people, which led it to become very easy for people to lose their faith and point the blame on others. The ones that were scapegoated or blamed were the Jews. They were blamed for conspiring to spread the plague because they were often merchants who came in contact with rats. It was easier for people infected with the plague to put the blame on others. They would also put the blame on lepers. Lepers were individuals with a very contagious disease, and they lived on a separate island. Not only did the plague have a negative effect on religion, but it also had a positive influence on religion. Oftentimes, the people would turn to religion in these hard times. They started worshiping the Lord more and more. Some people believed this was God cleansing the earth for their wrongdoing. Once the plague was ending, the people embraced religion, believing that God was finally ending the plague. The Black Death had good and bad effects on religion. People turned away from their religion, hating God for putting the plague on them. While on the other hand, people turned towards their religion, embracing God, praying for Him to end it.